So I like to say that we're probably, well, not probably. I think the saga that Rich was in, what I was calling it, the Review Tech versus the World arc, right? A bit of play on the whole Scott Pilgrim versus the World, and I think that saga is more or less over, or at least it's on pause for now. Um, so when this video is being uploaded, it probably won't be uploaded till like funny November 5th, so election day. So this probably be a little dated because Rich is meant to go back streaming on the 5th. So I'm probably gonna upload this early in the morning, just so I'm ahead of the curve. But the saga lasts only a couple of days, and some people thinking it was gonna last longer, like maybe a whole month, maybe a few weeks. It didn't. I had a feeling that it was only gonna last around 2 months because people were getting sick of hearing it constantly, and I think it was mostly because just people were just getting sick of it, especially if you're part of the whole local live community, which I'm part of. Right, I'm on the Discord. I watch the videos. I watch the account individually. So for me, I didn't really think this saga was gonna last long because I think this whole saga was just based on how much Rich and Kim were gonna milk it, and I felt like they milked the cows to such a point where it was just burned. Right, the udders, right, the actual thing that you squeeze to get the milk was so damaged that there wasn't really much you can get out of, right? And there probably was more stuff behind the scenes, but it was just better just to let it die, right? I think it's had to do with maybe Rich not being as interesting, and it was just be constantly repeating the same stuff that he's a bad father. He has some drug problems. What he does, he really clearly does. He's some type of he's abusing some type of other things as well. So and also Rich deleting his channel was it for me. And given that it is a legacy channel, I feel that it it kind of needed to end. It just needed to end once and for all. So that's what ended up happening. And so where are we at now? Where are we at with this whole thing? And as I said, I think it's on pause or just over and done with because I think more people want to move away from it. I think Rich wants to stop with the whole drama and move away from it because he's planning to go on politics, but I think he's not gonna like because people who are involved in politics do attack each other at the throat, right? There are no there's no merciful way, right? Rarely there's any merciful way when you're dealing with online politics, right? So for me, I felt that it's just the saga's over, and even if it does pick up, it wouldn't matter, right? It may pick up for a couple days, but then will easily die down, right? Because the source of information that we're getting from Rich is only coming from his streams and from his access. There's no other Twitter account. There's no Twitter account that at least I remember. I think he completely deleted it, or you have 30 days to a complete deletion, which is kind of ridiculous, but whatever. Um, and other stuff. So in the end of the day, I think Rich felt burnt out. And I think I want to do a follow up video on the whole Rich thing and everything, right? I think I want to do a proper follow up video. I do have a bunch of follow up videos I want to do. I want to also look back on my Wings of Redemption video, but we're getting ahead of ourselves. I think the whole Rich saga ended how it needed to with the big whimper and a whole lot of like, okay, that was cool, and that's really how it is. That's how it ended it. Um, for moving on, I'm not sure how things are gonna play out with him being so involved with politics, which is ridiculous. I'm not saying Rich isn't smart, but when you're dealing in politics, you need a certain mindset. You need a certain way of thinking that is geared to that thing, right? Remembering things down to a note. And I don't think Rich has it in him. Maybe he'll do it for like a couple months and he'll get some great success. I'm not sure. And I think that's really the future. And I think this video is also a bit of a prediction on that. And as I said, and I already made it clear that the way politics works online is very aggressive. Rich probably does not have the mind or the fortitude to talk about online politics. So I think even if he career is to say, even if he does okay, it will not garner the same amount of viewership than his old channel, which is a shame. And I think that's his biggest mistake. And he's maybe realizing it now, right? Even if he doesn't want to admit it, he probably will admit it one day that it was the biggest mistake. Because even if he could have just rebranded his old channel, right? He could have unlisted all the videos, right? Or just private everything. He could have just simply just kept his old channel, did what he wanted to. But I guess for him, it was more about like a mental thing. Like this was something that was the old me, and now I'm gonna remove the shackles of the past. Which is like, okay, do it. Or you could have sold the channel, right? Rich could have probably sold the channel and made quite a bit of penny on that, right? But that's really all. I don't think there's really much that could be said or done or really go into. But until then, y'all, have a good one. Be safe and God bless.